to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be making my notebooks that were on my Etsy shop, Shonnie's World. It was their reading journals. So a little bit, a story behind I got to making those is that I read this book called Verity, and it's by Colleen. Oh shoot. So I read the book, okay, and Verity, oh my gosh, was a book. So I'm going to, on my channel here soon, I am going to do book reviews, and because I like reading and I've always loved reading, but sometimes like you read a book that literally like you need to talk to somebody about it. Like you need to like be able to be like, oh my gosh, like let me just tell you about this book. Or share with like-minded people or people that have read it. You need to be able to share like what the book was, like where the plot was going, and if we agreed and blah blah blah, and you know, all this stuff. So Verity is one of those books where it was just like mind-blowing, like it kept you on your edge. You didn't know what was reality, what was real, what happened, and all this other stuff. It was crazy. It was mind-blowing. So if you get a chance, definitely read Verity. So after I read it, I did talk to my cousin. We were in this book group on Facebook, and so I did talk to her about it. And people in our group was also talking about it. And so like it was just crazy. So I was like, you know what? Because although I knew what I wanted to say to her, I didn't know like I'm a person that in order to like get out everything that I want to say, like I have to write down what my points are, or else when I get to talk and I get excited, like I forget what I want to say, and then when I get off the phone, then I'm like, oh shoot, like I forgot to say this or I forgot to say that, blah blah blah. And then sometimes I like to process things on my own, and I think that's where I like to journal as well. So that's where the book journal came in. So the book journal came in because in the one that I have, I don't it's not put together right now, but I'm doing that. But so in the one that I have, you can make your wish list, write it down. You can log your books that you're reading. You can rate them, and then you have a section where you can put in your favorite book titles that you've read, so you can keep track of that. And then you also have a page that says book journal, where you can put like how many pages is what it was, when did you start, when did you finish, the genre, was it fiction, and then your thoughts and notes. Then I included 2 extra my note pages. So that way, you know, if you're a little long-winded like me, you can actually write down like what you want to say about this book or whatever, like how, you know, however it flows out, you can write it down as you go or at the end. And then at the end of that, for that book, there's also a favorite quotes section. So some people are really good at remembering like movie quotes and other quotes. I'm not. So for me, if I read a good quote, or if I come across like a good, you know, vocabulary word or vocab I haven't heard before, I'm like making sure that I highlight it or I write it down somewhere so that way I can remember it, and then, you know, eventually use it myself. So yeah, so that is what that's about. So that's why I came up with this reading journal, because since then I've read Kindred, which I do have a book review that I am going to do a video on. It's already written, like what I want to say and everything. I just have to record it. And then I read The Yellow Wife, which was really good. And it's been probably been about a month since I've read it. So I remember what happened, but I probably need to write it down kind of soon, because I might need to like read it again but sometimes I get Kindred and The Yellow Wife kind of mixed up, because I literally read Kindred and then I read or listened to on Audible, I read The Yellow Wife, which is based in the same time period, but The Yellow Wife is actually in the time period versus Kindred, where the couples, they start out in 1970s LA and ended up time traveling back to like the 1800s. So yeah, so anyway, that's off topic. I'm going to make my notebooks and kind of just show my process again. So I haven't made a notebook in a long time, so I have a lot of um, hobbies that I do and that I'm interested in, and I try to do like I try to give each one attention. But I did make notebooks last year, but and put them in my Etsy shop. I forget how many I had, but I believe I had 2 copies of the 8 by 11 reading journal, and then I had a small one like this. I had a few copies of that, but I don't have any more in my store. So like whatever that I had in stock, it's gone. I sold them. So and then I also have a self-care journal, which for that one, um, yeah, I have to print that out too, and that is also out of stock. I think I made two of them, and yeah, they're gone. They're sold. So I have to also make some self-care journals. So yeah, so that is what I'm doing today. That is what I'm going to be showing you guys. I probably won't be talking through it. I'll just kind of show. And then yesterday I printed out all the pages to all the journals. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive. The paper I used on the inside is 28-pound paper. So it writes nice. I love it. Sometimes I use that paper when I print out my report sheet, and it's really nice. It's thick and it doesn't bleed through. It's just perfect. So, and then I also, to make my covers, I use cardstock. So this is my cover, my reading journal. And then the backing is also cardstock, just because you can print on it. So this is what it'll look like. So for this, this one's already punched and everything, hole punched. But so my cover is not, it's cardstock, it's heavy cardstock, but I laminate them. Today I'm not laminating. Today I am just punching holes in the pages. And then eventually the goal is maybe tomorrow. I work tomorrow and Saturday. So probably like either Sunday or Monday next week, I plan on laminating the front and back pages, putting the holes in it. And then, let me fix that. And then I bought one of these corner rounder things. So if you have bought a notebook from me in the past, you might notice that the little corners, because I use laminate for my cardstock and anything else I use, you might notice that these corners were a little sharp. And some of them I did try to like even them out, make them rounder with scissors. But that was difficult to do because I think I did scissors with these. You can kind of tell like it's not cute. But with my rounder, look how beautiful that looks. Nice. So no more poking. So, and I know I've already made covers, and it would be not cost effective for me to go back and do the other ones. So, but now going forward, people keep texting me. Now going forward, I'm going to be using this. It's a corner thing, and you can see how big it is. And yeah, I also use this for my bookmarks, which I know it's been a while since I made a video, so you probably are like, what? You make bookmarks? Like if you watch my reels, you'll see that I make bookmarks too. Which right now my bookmarks are, I want to say last week I made these. It was a bookmark week. So these, just trying to focus on my face. These are my bookmarks. As you can see, they have rounded corners. Maybe because it's probably trying to focus on my face. But anyways, those are in my Etsy store, Shonnie's World, as well. So check it out. Those are $3 each, and the more you buy, the more you save. So yes, so there's that. So I got my reading journal, self-care journal, my regular notebooks. This one is a little notebook. Oh, la, 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 la. It's a little notebook and it's just lined paper on the inside. It says girl boss. So and yeah, and then I have, of course, I have my stickers. So yeah. And so I just want to show you guys my process today. I don't want to take up any more talking time because I want to be productive before the kids get home. So, and being productive includes recording this video. So I appreciate all of my new subscribers, all of my old subscribers. Like, thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you guys for continuing to stay subscribed. And yeah, I hope to make another video soon. Okay guys, so I just made a costly mistake. Got distracted somehow yesterday, and when I checked my printing, because I went ahead and punched holes for my second reading journal, somehow, somewhere, they printed wrong. Or maybe they didn't print wrong, I just wasn't paying attention and somehow punched the wrong side. I don't know. So I just wanted to put this little insert in here so that you guys know to double check before you try to batch produce, because that's what I caught myself doing yesterday. And here's my pages. It's my book journal page. Technically this is okay, because if you think about it, like on the back end it's supposed to be a new book journal. Anyway, you can't see it because I have everything blurred out, but anyways, it's supposed to be a certain way and I messed it up basically. And so now I have basically this journal that I goofed, and then I've already punched holes in I think the whole thing. I think all the pages I just punched holes in. So anyway, I have to reprint, repunch, and so that's going to cost toner and paper. And actually, this paper is heavier than the paper that I had to that I'm reprinting with. This is 28-pound paper, and that one over there is 24. And I think originally I started out using 24, but I started out using 24-pound paper, but no, maybe I didn't. I don't know, but I like the 28-pound better because it's just nicer. The finish feels nicer. So what am I going to do with all this paper that I just messed up? Probably use it for myself, because I'm still reading books, and I've always been wanting to like use one of my reading journals, but of course when I made them, I put all the ones that I made onto my shop, and I didn't make one for myself. So I will make this messed up one for me. I have to reorganize the pages, and I'll put it together, and that's mine. But I'm trying to be productive, and I just felt like I took like 5 steps back. So I'm about to change out my toner. So I just want to show that process because that's what I'm doing today. That's what I have to do because I'm out of black. So here we go. Okay, so we're just going to open this. There is a little button on the side of here. I'm gonna press it. La la la. And we'll just pull this tray out. Black should be right in the front. So we'll take it out. Toss it to the side. You can recycle actually. So I'm just going to Look how all of them look like this underneath. It's interesting. So I'm just going to lay it over here for a second. And then let me take you over here to the new one. So I'm gonna open this up. So I'll come right with back. This one, you can't touch the new one, but you do have to go like this, like 5 or 6 times. And I guess it's to make sure it's like even or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. Probably do it more than 5 or 6 times. Well, I'm not saying to do it 5 or 6 times. I'm saying that's what I probably end up doing because I get into the anyways. So yeah, so you do that, and then you can't touch this bottom part. Make sure you don't touch it, and then you set it in here. Yeah, you sat it down in there, right in there, and then you just push this bad boy closed. And you have changed your ink. There we go. So, yeah. Now it's doing this little testing thing and everything's good. Well, I'm not saying it's initializing right now, but it's going to be good. And then I can continue to reprint one journal, which thank God it was only the one journal that was messed up. So I'm just going to fix that, put it under some other paper to flatten the pages, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on my other 2 journals. My kids get home soon, so I'm gonna have to wrap this thing up. And yeah, also you can recycle these. So I saved this, put my old one in here, put it back in the box, and I put it in the recycling bin. So yeah. Hey guys, so you've been watching me put together this reading journal, and I made a couple rookie mistakes while making this journal. So the first one I made was, I didn't make sure my pages were like coming out the right way for one of my books. Then once I corrected that, I thought I needed, for some reason, like 92 pages, because I thought I was making a 100-page reading journal, so I printed out too many, which ended up being 7 journals, which I only planned on making 4. So I ended up making 3 more journals than I wanted because I had all this stuff there. So I'm like, okay, I'll have everything done today because I did things in steps, and I messed up by making my corners too round and deep. And I just wanted a little rounded corner. But what happened is when I actually put the pages up to match it, I get corners of the paper sticking out. So I'm going to line these up. And so you can see that sticking out, and then at the bottom, the same issue. So I made my corners too deep into my cover. So, and I didn't check that. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't check it well enough. And so I thought everything was good. So I went ahead and did all 14 covers, by the way. That I printed out all with the rounded corners. And one thing about when you laminate your book, your covers, is that sometimes if the edge isn't straight when you go to line it up on the cinch, it'll make some of your holes, like it won't be lined up perfectly. And you can see this one is a little bit too close to the edge. So, I mean, could it work? Yeah, but it would probably, actually you can kind of see, like these are okay, but then it kind of start to trend upward. So, so that sucks. So I don't know, I might use these for myself. might can use these for myself and make some journals for me, or just whoopsies, or just probably make the sheets smaller. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do with them. I'm not trashing these, but the thing about it is like, you know, when you use the trimmer to do the edges, just make sure holes are straightened, or they're not as, you know, they don't trend up and all that jazz. I don't know. I seem a little foggy brained, and I am, because I'm kind of mad that I didn't check all this. And so, of course, when you make mistakes like this and you hope to have everything all done and whatnot, you waste material, you waste time, you waste ink. So it's a costly mistake. And it's been so long since I've done, you know, these journals that, you know, I just forget the little things. But I will say, I did remember to put the holes on my other ones. I did remember to put the holes on this side, the non-design side, and off to this side, instead of when I first did it, I was putting the holes, putting it in the cinch like this, and with this side facing it, and then, yeah, to make a white backing, but when I wanted the design backing on the back. So yeah, I did remember some things. So that's one of the things I wanted to say. And then I don't have black like I thought I did. I think the last journals I made, they weren't that big. So I'm going to end up using gold on these, because these hold 100 pages. And actually, I might use black, but I'm not sure. It depends on how they look. But because my black ones are like this. So, design issues. But I'm not even to this point yet, because I have to redo my covers. So I don't know if I'm going to redo them tonight, or just kind of call it a day and work on something else. But the kids are here, so, you know, I don't know. I can edit this video. So yeah, so that is how I typically do my journals. And I was hoping to show you guys like each step and then show you the finished product. But that's not the way it worked out this time. And, you know, it's also been a couple days in between my first clips and my, you know, in this clip. So if you are on TikTok, I am on TikTok. It would be nice for you guys to know what my TikTok is, right? So I will put that in the description, and I'll probably put it in the video, so that way you guys can follow me on TikTok. And then I'm on Twitter as Mrs. Kale 2010. I want to say, did I change that? I'm going to say Mrs. Kale 2010 still. And I am on Instagram as well as Shonnie_BK. And then my Etsy shop is Shonnie's World. So Shonnie_World 724 on IG. So I'll put all that in the description. And you can also check me out on Etsy and order some things from me if you would like to support my small business. Or, you know, always hitting the thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button also helps me out a lot too. And it also gives me an idea of what you guys like to see from me. So yeah, so that is this first video of the week. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.